Auzubillahiminashaitanirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear brother and sisters, today we're gonna talk about Mr. David Wood, and Mr. David Wood is basically a Christian apologist. And why do I am talking about the David Wood? As we go further, I will show you the video so then you guys know why I am talking about Mr. David Wood. So let's see his video.
As Ramadan, quite like gorging yourself with food multiple times per day while constantly bragging about fasting, then waging daily terrorist attacks against unbelievers and Muslims from the wrong sect of Islam, and then kidnapping, raping, and forcibly converting Christian and Hindu girls to a religion founded by an illiterate 7th century stone-kissing Arabian caravan robber who sucked on the tongues of little boys, proposed marriage to a baby, and raped a prepubescent girl. Gosh, when I say it like that, it kind of makes me think that there might be something terribly, terribly wrong with Islam. Forbes reports, yet another girl in Pakistan abducted, forcibly converted, and forcibly married to her abductor. At the end of April 2020, a 14-year-old Christian girl, Mira Shabazz, was reportedly abducted and forced to marry in Faisalabad, Punjab. According to International Christian Concern, Mira Shabazz was abducted by a group of Muslim men led by Mohammed Nakash. Eyewitnesses claim that Mira was attacked while she was traveling to her workplace as a domestic worker on Sunday afternoon. Parvez Masi, Yunus Masi, and Naeem Masi, the eyewitnesses, claimed that Mira's abductors forced her into a car and that Mira tried to resist. These eyewitnesses were unable to help Mira because the abductors were armed and fired.
Okay, so that was the Mr. David Wood and his false report. And now I'm gonna show you the 3 messages I sent to him for asking what is his source. So here is the first message. Here is the second message. Here is the third message. So that was the 3 messages I sent to him asking over and over what is his source. But I never got any reply from him. At the end, when I got tired, I sent him the last message and offered him, let's go with me to the Pakistan and I will offered him, I will afford his all expenses, including his hoteling, his moteling, traveling all over the Pakistan, every inch, wherever he wanted, all the interview he wanted to conduct. But he never replied back to me. Of course, he wasn't gonna reply to me. Why? Because all his reports was a false and self-made report, because he do not have any source. While he was reading on the screen, there is no source over there. The only thing was International Christian Concern. Okay, the Society of that was the Society of International Concern. So according to me, he called himself as a society because there is no organization stand on that name. So if I really want to give him the answer according to the act of individuals, then I will say, let's go to the America annual rape report. That was the 84,767 annually reports are about rapes. Canada 24,000, UK 35,000, Germany 11,000, France 1,000, Italy 7.4 women every 100 women, India almost 25,000, Iceland 78, Israel 1,200, Mexico 15,000, Pakistan 160. So if you leave the Pakistan and let's go to all the other countries, the majority of those countries, the people living are there is the Christians. So I would say, oh, there is something terribly, terribly wrong in the Christianity. Here is your answer for that one. And if you want the source, I will give you the source, while you never give me the source. But I'm not gonna say that. Why? Because all of these are the act of a human individuals. They do not have any religion, faith, or nothing. These are all the sick-minded people. So that is the answer about your when you are targeting the Islam. So I'm not gonna targeting any religion, any person or anything, because I do not have an agenda like him, and his agenda is only to become a popular. And these kind of the people call himself a Christian apologist, while they really doesn't know what apologists are stand for. If those people who really doesn't know what apologists stand for, then I'm gonna make a clear for them. So Christian, when we talk about the Christian apologist, that mean answering critics who oppose or question the revelation of God in Christ and the Bible. Mean the people are asking him a different type of the question, and they are defending the Christianity. Mean the Bible is a full of error, the Bible contradicts itself, the Bible is not the word of the God, the Bible is the book of the stories, Satan doesn't exist, Christianity is a hateful, Christianity are a judgmental, there are no virgin birth, there is a no resurrection of the God. These kind of the question when the people ask, the apologist answer. But Mr. David Wood call himself as a Christian apologist, while his agenda is a total different, and his whole agenda is to create a difference between the human society by targeting the Muslim. In his 80% of the video, or I would say almost 100% of the videos where he is just talking about Muslims. And when he talk about the Muslim, he really doesn't talk about the Muslim. He talk about the individuals, people who call themselves Muslims while they are not Muslims, like I earlier said, where I mentioned the rape cases in each country. They have no religion. These all are the act of individually, like every individual person's acted. So there is no society or no religion or no country is involved on that one. That is the real fact, as we all know. But as you present the real fact, a lot of time you do not get the famous, and his whole agenda is only and only to become a famous by targeting the Muslim. Okay, if he is not, I would say, okay, don't call yourself a Christian apologist. Only he, okay, I would mention like he is only gonna call himself a observer. And if he is really a true observer, then he need to observe the true and real facts and figure, and then present those real facts and figure to the words. Like, I'm gonna mention couple fact and figure, and I'm gonna ask him where he were. Like, from August 2018 to till now, in Burma, 24,000 Muslims were killed, among 730 women and almost 600 children. Palestine, it's almost 2,104 people annually are getting killed, among 2,053 women, 495 children. Syria, 199,854 Muslims are killed since 2011 to 2020. Kashmir, about 100,000 women, children and men are killed since 1960 to 220. Iraq, almost 5,000 Muslims, men, women and children are getting killed. Okay, then let's go to the rape cases. Kashmir, 200 Kashmiri women are annually getting raped by Hindu soldiers. Then let's go to the Myanmar. 7,000 women was raped only in a 6 month, among a 14-year girl who was raped by the 30 soldiers in a one time. That is the case of the sadness for the human society, for everyone above the religion. That was the act of a terror. But where he were? Nowhere. Then let's go to the India. Almost 8 Muslim girls are forcefully getting raped and trying to convert them in a Hinduism a monthly basis. But where his voice is? Nowhere. Why? Because if he is gonna mention all of these, then he is not gonna become a popular as he is popular by targeting the Muslims. So the question is, we need to ask ourselves where we are really standing. Are we standing with the humanity, or are we standing with the fake apologist? Doesn't matter from which religion they are belong to, the Muslim, Christian, Hindu, Jewish, or whatever. That's our own fault. We make these people a popular because we do not ask the question. We just watch as a blind and trust. And what result comes up? They spread the poison in the human society. They are the worse than the snake. Because snake bites you once for all and you are dead. But these poisons kill you slowly because they build a racism, a hate, and a difference on the basis of your color, on your language, on your region, and on your religion. And what is their benefit? To become the popular. That's the only and only their agenda is. So Mr. David Wood agenda is to target the Muslims on the basis of the fake reports, false information, and create the hate between the Muslims and the Christians. While I know hundreds and the thousands of Christians, they are a wonderful people in all over the world. Personally, I know hundred Christians in Pakistan. They are performing their duties in a Pakistan army, in the field of education, in the field of medicine, in the field of labor, in the field of agriculture, in the field of lawyers, almost everywhere. And those peoples are the wonderful people. They are putting their all effort to bring the nation up. But these kind of the fake people are spreading the hate. Their agenda is nothing else, just to become the popular. Okay, if he is really knows on the National Assembly of the Pakistan, there is a 23 seats for the minority among 10 Christians. I can give you the name, their contact number, their residency addresses, every single thing, whatever you want it, and ask them to come on the screen and then explain. Nobody is talking because there is nothing was happened. Now he is gonna say they are scared. Nobody is scared in these days. Social media is almost everywhere. So when he talk about all of those, all of these are just a fake reports. So, and what we really need to sit and think about it, what these fake reports does affect on a human society. Like just one case happened in a couple days before, Mr. George Floyd. That was the act of racism when he got killed on the basis of his color. And how that happened, we need to go in the history and who we need to blame. I'm asking Mr. David Wood, should I blame who? Who killed him? Well, I'm not gonna blame anybody because that was the act of individual. That wasn't the act of any nation, or that was an act from any religion person. That was the individual act. And how that happened? Because these kind of the fake apologists are creating the hate, racism in a human society from so long, and that the result comes as Mr. George Floyd all over the world. And now we are burning everywhere. We need these days to stand for ourselves and stop listening these kind of fake reports, fake people. Doesn't matter from which religion or which region they are. They are just a fake. Their agenda is to become a popular. There is nothing else. They are a no philosopher. They have a no knowledge. They just read a couple books. They just go on a Google, read couple articles, see a couple clips, and sit on their table and bring same-minded people and have record the videos, and their listeners are the same. With all due respect. So now we need to stand ourselves and start asking questions from them on each single video or each single report what they are presenting to the human society. What is the source? Where that come from? Give us the source. When we start doing that, we will know. They will run away because they do not have a source, and they know that how to make fool us. But we are not a fool. We knows what is the reality, we know what is the truth, and we know their agenda. So please, before you do any single thing or act on any single thing, ask a question to themselves, or ask a question to the people, or ask the question to these kind of a fake apologists. Again, doesn't matter from which religion they are or what region they are. Ask them the question, what is their source? Then these people will know they are not going to spread a wrong or a fake knowledge in a human society. So today we need the people who talk about a love, who talk about a peace. They talk about the sympathy. They talk about the care. They talk about the human society above any religion. So, all of you people, it's just my humble request. Please look around. What we need love. We need love. We need care. And please share your love, your care to the other human being, because human come first than any single thing else. We need to stop blaming. We need to start taking actions, and action start from us by taking care of each other. Now we need to stand as united as we never before in the time of this hard, because right now is a coronavirus pandemic. We need each other. We need to help each other. We need to stand for each other. We need to stand with each other without looking to the color, region, religion, race, or language. So God bless all of you. Take care of yourself. Take care of the others. Help each other as much as you can. And on my next videos, I will reply his all videos one by one, and I will show his true face to everyone, what is he really stand for, and what he really is, and what is his basis of the knowledge, and how he is spreading the poison in the human society. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.